Tin? The Wizard of Oz? Oh, that's the guy. So far away. You don't need to squeeze this. Yeah. Just the might come from all that.
Good morning. Welcome to the 2022 Pet Appreciation Service as we enjoy the fresh air and the beauty of outdoors together with our fluffy, furry, and feathered pets. I am Harrison Kaneko and I will serve as your MC. Your attendance is much appreciated whether you are here in person or attending virtually via Zoom. Thank you to those of you who have brought your live pets, pictures of pets, or even urns of pets who have passed on. Many of us consider pets as dear members of our own family. They have a special way of warming our hearts with their unconditional love and compassion. Assisting Rev Blayne with today's service are Alan Darren and Lynn Takayama, Joey Goodman, and Stephen Kaneko, who are providing technical support. Betty Takeoka will lead the city. For those of you participating via Zoom, please bear with us if there are any audio or video difficulties, as we are outdoors and will be using a phone to broadcast the service. As a reminder, please be sure to mute your mic during the entire service unless you have a speaking part. Let us start the service with the Vandana Ti-Sarana led by Rev Blayne. Those of you present, please rise if you are able to. Again, those of you online, be sure you have muted your mic. Let us sing both the Pali and English parts together with Reverend Blayne.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Nome chihiro
Please remain standing for an aspiration which is shared by Rev Blayne.
May all beings of all kinds in all directions be happy and at peace, above and below, near and far, high and low, all types of beings, humans and non-humans, seen and unseen, all the animals, birds and fish, all beings and creatures with no exceptions, may they all be happy, may they be free. I open my heart and accept the loving kindness of every being and creature in turn. I let them love into my heart and share the benefits of this meditation with everyone. May all beings be well and happy. May there be peace. And trusting in the Buddha of all-inclusive wisdom and all-embracing compassion. Namo Amida Butsu. 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 Namo.
Seated. We will now have offering of incense. We invite all Sangha members in attendance, along with your pet, to please come up and offer incense if you wish, starting with the front rows and moving towards the back. Observe a moment of silent meditation. Or English Junirai, which can be found on the laminated handout.
The Junirai, or 12 hommages, was composed by Nagarjuna, the first of the 7 masters of Buddha Shinshu. Nagarjuna celebrates the beauty, the grandeur, and the preciousness of the Pure Land, which manifests the virtues of Amida Buddha and expresses the desire to be born in the realm of enlightenment. The phrase Koga Chorai Nida Son, or thus I bow to Amida, is repeated 10 times and has the same meaning as Namo Amida Butsu. This expression of dedication powerfully reminds us of our commitment to the Buddha and the land of peace, where everyone attains the highest fulfillment of Buddhahood. The 12 homages. Face, Buddha's eyes like the blue lotus. Thus I bow to Amida. Buddha's form round like the moon, like thousand suns and moons. Buddha's voice like the
nightingale, thus I vow to Amida. Buddha's figure on Kanon's crown, adorned with wondrous features. Buddha subdues evilness, thus I bow to Amida. Beyond compare, Amida's pure virtue shining clear like space. All benefit from Buddha, thus I vow to Amida. Bodhisattvas all renowned, Maras to praise Amida. Primal founding for our sake, thus I vow to Amida. Golden lawns where lotus bloom, towers of grown-up goodness. Buddha lives like a mountain king, thus I vow to Amida. Bodhisattvas come afar, attaining true happiness. We fear the Buddha's face, thus I vow to Amida. All life changes like a dew. We have no permanent self. Buddha teaches this law to walk, thus I vow to Amida. No evil in the pure land, and no fear of evil path. Full of honor, Buddha, thus I vow to Amida, saving us through many ways. No tempters, no evil friends, birth leads to enlightenment. Thus I vow to Amida. Amida, thus I have praised, virtues boundless like the sea. These virtues shared with others, for birth into the pure light. Virtue of Amida's vow, shared equally by all, together attaining awakened mind. We are born in the Namanda, 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 Namanda.
To the Gatha, Buddha loves you on the head. Okay, we can only sing this song once a year. So we're gonna do it with motion. Fly, fly, little bird. We're gonna do this. Okay, fly, fly. And run, run, little top. Don't cry. Here. And the fish, we do this. Okay. You gotta see movement now. All right? Ready, go. Fly, fly, little bird. Buddha loves you, little bird. Tweet, 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 tweet. Run, run, little cock. Buddha loves you, little cock. Wow, 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 wow. Don't cry, pussycat. Buddha loves you, pussycat. Mew, 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 mew. Swim, swim, little fish. Buddha loves you, little fish. Open your mouth. Okay, that's it. Thank you. Today's practice will be shared by Reverend Blayne.
So good morning, everybody. Thank you for being here on this beautiful day. If you need to move in to get some shade, or if you have a hat, you're okay. So as we honor and remember the fluffy, the furry, the feathered, and maybe sometimes scaly members of our family, it's so nice to see that you could bring your humans with you today, actually. So we have a special relationship with animals in the Buddhist tradition. In the Gatha tales, the Buddhist animal wisdom stories, the Buddha is described to have been many different animals in previous lives. The animals in these stories are teachers of Dharma because they share meaningful life lessons. Just like the animals in these stories, the animals that we are lucky enough to care for teach us intimate and profound lessons about life and love each and every day.
Oh, over here, this is what they're
I want
having.
to share with you one of
Funny,
these wisdom stories that teaches us about the lesson of friendship. The elephant and the dog. So long ago, in the great city of Varanasi, the king kept a stable of elephants. His favorite elephant had an unusual best friend, a dog, who first came to the stable to eat the rice that fell from the elephant's mouth as she ate her dinner. As time went on, the elephant and the dog developed a close and loving relationship until it came to pass that the elephant would not eat unless the dog was there to share her meal. The dog would sleep curled up by the leg of the elephant, would bathe with the elephant, and they would play together. The elephant swinging down the trunk with her trunk. One day, an unkind stable hand sold the dog to a passing peasant for a few coins. The elephant was miserable. She would not eat, drink, or bathe. She simply stood in her stall, swaying sadly from side to side. When the king was told of the worsening condition of his favorite animal, he was very upset. He called in his wisest advisor and told him, "Go to my beloved elephant and find out what's wrong with her." The advisor went and carefully examined the elephant. he clearly saw that there was nothing physically wrong with the beast. So he concluded that the problem must be emotional. He asked the elephant's primary caretaker, is there anything different in the stables lately? The caretaker said, why, yes, the elephant had a great friend in a dog who has vanished recently. With that, the advisor went back to the king and said, your elephant is heartbroken at the disappearance of a dog she much loved. Well, said the king, how am I to find a lost dog in this huge city? I recommend putting forth a proclamation declaring that anyone who is found in custody of a dog from the king's elephant stable will be forced to pay a large fine, said the advisor. So it was done. And as soon as the peasant who had bought the dog heard of the proclamation, he immediately released it, and the dog dashed directly back to the elephant stables. When the exhausted dog returned, the elephant wept tears of joy, and she scooped the dog up with her trunk and cradled it. She would not eat until the dog had been fed, and then she ate her food as well, and was soon back to her old ways, her canine friend forever at her side. How many of you consider your pet to be your best friend or a member of your family? How many of you find yourselves treating them as if they're human? Nancy, yeah, back there. Do you talk to them? Right? Cook for them? Dress them in clothes? Have your own Instagram account for them? What other funny and unique things do you do for or to them? Halloween's tomorrow, right? So, how many are dressing your dogs up in costumes for tomorrow? So, how many of you sometimes like your pets more than your spouse or your children? Right, so as we learn, right, in this Janaka tale, animals teach us about abiding friendship, about loyalty, about love. You know, years ago, my mom and her partner, longtime boyfriend, had an adorable orange and brown Pomeranian, and her name was Mie. She really was the cutest thing ever, and the most pampered and spoiled dog I've ever seen. My mom would do all the things crazy dog owners would do. You know, once I came home for a visit and I saw that my mom had given Mie my baby blanket. You know, not that I really minded, right? But the thought of being replaced did cross my mind. You know, Mie was truly my uncle's baby. They would spend so much time together. You know, he would brush her and groom her, and then, you know, and so when he passed after a long bout of cancer, she would sadly look for him around the house. Right? And after Ron's death, Mie became my mom's companion, and her joy as you know, this little dog was now her connection to my uncle, right? And so the pampering took on a whole nother level at that point. Right? However, a few years later, he died suddenly, and my mom was heartbroken. I even went home and conducted a memorial service for me. You know, seeing how sad my mom was, her boss dropped off a little puppy at her doorstep one day. At first, my mom didn't want her, you know, but eventually she was won over by this cute Maltese Pomeranian mixed bundle of joy. And this, of course, is my sister, Emmy, who I have so many pictures and videos of on my phone. And I've kind of mentioned Emmy to many of you. And so for the past 9 years, she has been my mom's constant companion, and she is truly part of our family. And so Emmy
is always happy to see me. Every time I go home to visit in Hilo, she's like jumping up and down, and then all she wants to do is for me to sit down on the ground with her, and she crawls into my lap and sits there. That's all she wants to do. And, and what that reminds me, right? And it forces me to pause my life, right? To just be present, to sit, and to enjoy the company, the companionship of someone who just wants to offer love and to be loved in return. What a remarkable lesson, right, for each of us, right? Our pets, our animals. I know Linda's dog Lucky likes to just follow her all around and looks for her when she's not around, right? The pets in our lives, right? Those animals in our lives, right? Very much are those little companions, those little bodhisattvas who teach us, right? So many lessons about life, about love, about friendship, about loyalty, about all the things that enriches our lives, right? So, my dad's dog, so he has a really big, like 80-pound dog, and his name is Striker, and Striker is also 9 years old, and but he has a hip issue, right? And so my dad's has a 2-story house, and so this poor dog struggles to climb up the stairs, and so really kind of really, it's really sad. But when I went to visit one day and I went upstairs, he totally followed me upstairs, and I saw him struggling to get up. And then I was laughing at my dad, because my dad has some bad knees too, right? And so I was like, wait, owner and pet, yeah. So, right? But our pets really are our family, right? They really are, those things, those bundles of joy that give us so much love and attention. And Betty and Norman had to postpone a trip to Vegas, right? Because their cat was sick, right? So, right, the things we do for our pets, right, the sacrifices we make, right, but the love that they give us in return, right? So, they embrace, right? They never abandon us, right? And they enrich our lives in countless ways, right? This is why they're loved, they're pampered, right? They're treated like royalty. My sister Emmy is the queen of my mom's house and of our hearts. And so I know your animals and the animals that are here and present, joining us today, and the animals that we come to remember are always in our hearts, always enriching our lives and allowing us to live gratefully, to live joyfully, and to live with a little more compassion for ourselves and for others. And so please join me in Gassho as we recite the Buddha's name in gratitude and joy for the furry, feathery, and sometimes scaly bodhisattvas in our lives. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Reverend Blayne. If you're able, please rise for unison reading of the Shinshu Pledge, which can be found on the laminated handout. Please join me in reciting the words out loud. I take my refuge
with strength and strength. I reveal. I will prepare self-reflection. I follow the teachings of the strength of the right. I will spread the truth. I rejoice in the compassion. I will strengthen all others to my best.
Please remain standing for the Gatha Nembutsu. This concludes today's survey. Here are some announcements. Rev Blayne sent out a weekly update email on Friday, October 28th. Please check your email and be sure to read it for upcoming services, reminders, and interesting virtual links for a host of online Buddhist education events, as well as interesting virtual education events, as well as useful information on spiritual support, mental health issues, and important COVID-19 information with links to many useful websites. Next Sunday, November 6th, we have South Pac 12 wants to the Veterans Appreciation Service at 10 a.m. Please join us in person or via Zoom. Zoom link will be sent later. Your kokua will be greatly appreciated for the Konohonganji General Cleaning Day scheduled for Saturday, November 19th from 8 a.m. Please come help, even if it's just for a little, while our temple and grounds get a good once-a-year cleaning. This giving of your time and energy is a wonderful way to express dana, for which we are very grateful. Lunch and refreshments will be provided, so please call the office. Reminder, couple members, if you have not received a 125th anniversary gift you may pick them up today or at the temple office while supplies last. One per family. 125th anniversary logo items such as cookbooks, insulated grocery bags, cloths, and aprons are still available for purchase any day by stopping at the church office. If you would like a 2023 Honpa Honganji Mission Employee Calendar, please place your order with the church office as soon as possible. Free COVID test kits are still available in the conference room. Any other announcements, Reverend Vandana?
So as you know, or don't know, the Kona Coffee Festival is starting up from Friday until the 12th. And so Friday, we're starting off with the Lantern Parade, which is starting at the Kailo Pier and it ends at the Hale Vai. At the end of the parade at Hale Vai, they have some things that are going on. From 2 o'clock to 9 o'clock, we have a cocktail and food trucks that are there. And also, so the parade starts at 6 o'clock. And so it's about an hour. I think there's like 25 entries in the parade right now. So once the parade ends at Hale Vai, there'll be some entertainment going on. There'll be a hula performance. There'll be a mini bone dance with our Takeoka group being there. And some of our dancers have been asked to join. And I think there's that one-on-one activity map program. They do Polynesian dancing and fire dances or whatnot. That's going to be there as well. So please come and join us. I know that parking is going to be a little difficult. There's no free parking across the street anymore. You got to pay for parking. It's like $12 an hour. but we heard that there's some kind of combined discount. Okay. If anybody needs buttons, I have like 5 left. It's $5 a button.
Ready? Try that. Warmest mahalo to the pets and their owners for sharing this time with us. Those of you here in person, refreshments and coffee are available in the conference center. A big mahalo to Lynn Takayama and Lisa Siriaco for providing the goods. Much appreciation to those of you who helped with the setup and cleanup for today's service. Thank you all for joining. I'm coming back.
Oh, perfect timing. Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
Nice service.
Okay.
Really good.
No,